Hello everyone, Lili Loves here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing another reaction video. This time it's my first reaction to the songs competing at Eesti Laul 2023. I do tend to like Eesti Laul. It is that national final that's a little quirky, and it has like a very distinctly bit of a twee kind of, say distinctly, and I use words like kind of. It's like a national final that to me, when I think of it, I think of like indie pop and indie sort of sounding music, which is something that's up my alley. That whole like, what were they calling it? I think it's called like indie sleaze pop from like the late 2000s, early 10s. It's up my alley. It's a genre I do quite enjoy. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into talking about or reacting to these 20 songs. There's 20 of them, a lot. Let's go ahead and get started. The first song up is Bridges by Alika. Let's go ahead and give it a listen then. Now we're getting drama right off the bat with this music video. Okay, so it sounds like it's going to be a piano ballad. I do like her voice. It's very like clear. Yeah, she's got like a nice, very clear voice there. That piano melody is very pleasant. So see if she's coughing up roses, is she gonna have like Kanahaki? It's like a weird tandem thing. So like when we're listening to this, there's like tension being built up on starting on that second verse. We're getting like some tension built up in the vocal and with the way the melody is kind of composed. I say tension, like it feels like you're listening to a story and it's like affecting you the way it's being told. And now we have the strings coming in. Like lyrically, this is solid lyrically. It's very much of like the story of a woman who's like conflicted with her love. Okay, so we're hearing the song. As the song goes on, we're getting a lot of building in what's happening in the story and the drama. Like the melody keeps building on top of each other. I'm sorry, on top of itself over and over again. So it's kind of helping with that telling of the story there, which I do like to have that mirror to that. So it sounds like we're on the bridge now. On the bridge of bridges. Ha. Sorry. Corny. Okay. And there's a lot of tension here, so we're getting a lot of drama in that build up. And her voice has gone like more shouty, but she's not shouting. And now she's soft again at the end of that. Bringing the energy down. So it's like the climax behind Tennessee is there on the bridge. Enjoyable. That's drama. Here we go. And now there's a thunderstorm. The music video looked like it was going to be dramatic, judged off like this from the start. We got drama. I like that one. It's definitely a ballad, and it's definitely telling a story. I don't know yet, because it's the first song so far, but I did find that enjoyable. Our next song is going to be Why You Love Me by Andreas. More of a guitar situation rather than a ballad, the previous song. Again, it's a ballad. I do like his voice. Okay, so this sounds very much like a love song where it sounds like it's a love song by an insecure man. Wonderful. Everyone's favorite. That sounds a little mean. It's not bad, honestly. Lyrically, there's a lot of story going on here, and it's interesting. It's more than just like, oh, I'm, this, and this for you. And it's like, it's nice. It's a perspective we don't get a lot. It sounds like it's kind of about a man who's being taken back and being forgiven, and his perspective on being forgiven for something he did. Yeah, it sounds like he feels bad for doing something crappy. And you know what? We can use one of those. It's just, I don't know, some of these lines feel really manipulative. But let's judge it for the music. Musically, it's fine. It's a pop song. We always love to have a little pop ballad or a little pop voice. The construction is very much what you'd expect for the genre and for the type of song it is. There's not really anything about it. There's not really anything about it that goes, oh, this is egregious, or oh, this is great. It kind of is giving it a little insecure and like a little manipulative, which is not my favorite combo. But it's fine. Like lyrically, nothing there is awful. It's just like the subject matter is a little to me. But like Andreas sounds fine. The song's construction is fine. Production is fine. It's a fine little pop song. This is Anett and Fredi with You Need to Move On.
Ooh.
So this sounds like what I want from Eesti Laul. This is like very coffee shop. Ooh, that guitar is nice. That guitar is really nice. It's a basic beat, but it works for this. And I love her voice. Her voice has got like a very jazzy kind of smoky quality to it. Choices on the keyboard are lovely and pleasant. So this is something I would listen to outside of Eesti Laul. Like this is going on the playlist. I'm not even all the way through this song, but it's going on my playlist. Definitely a breakup song. Yeah. This is like the opposite of the previous song. This one's like, we need to break up and you need to get over me and find somewhere else because this is not going to happen for us. Oh, those horns are good. I love those horns. Again, that guitar sounds so good. I love this. I love this. I love this. This is so up my alley. I don't even know what genre this is. I call it like lo-fi hip hop beats to study to if your mom only listens to smooth jazz. I like it a lot. Oh, the backing vocals were really nice. Yeah. Oh no, this is we're 3 songs that I'm giddy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Everything about that I love. Woo. Production is crisp, clean, it's beautiful. Feeling the production. Vocals, fantastic. Choices of when to like have that guitar really come through and have those horns really hit. Perfection there as well. Like this is great. This is excellent. So yeah, Anett and Fredi, You Need to Move On. Love it. Love, love, love it. Sonically, it's right up my alley. It's everything I want from Eesti Laul. It's the kind of song that only Eesti Laul gives us as far as like national finals go. Perfection. No note other than I want more of that, please. Yeah, it's 100% going on my playlist. I need to start my 2022 playlist because it's like that one's the first one of the season that I've done. I have to put it on my list. Like that song's gonna end up in my top like my top 100 Spotify for 2023. I promise that's gonna end up there. Next song up is called Monster.
It's by Monsters by Bedwetters.
Which is an interesting name for a band. Okay, it's definitely a rock song. I'm sorry, this music video is very distracting. It's an appropriate amount. I just saw Bill Kullitz's face. Okay. It's the kind of appropriate amount of weird I want from Eesti Laul. So far I'm feeling this one. Guitar is coming in. Yeah, this is very like 2003. And I was 12 in 2003, so I'm not disliking this. Sorry. This is also kind of one of those songs, like, well, the music video is what I would expect to see at least one of an Eesti Laul. They always give you a little quirky something. Nice metal guitars. Kick drum constantly going on my ear. You've got your hot goth chick, like, with a crystal ball in another area. Like, casting a spell on people with your witchy vibe. chorus is catchy and builds up. The verses are very much, mm, but when that chorus kicks in, you're there for that. I like that. This is definitely one of those songs that has a very, very strong chorus, which is okay because it's genre. It works for that. You can headbang to this if you wanted to. It's like on the softer side of metal. Alright, we're at the bridge. Good energy on the bridge. Slowing down a bit after that. Now we're going to go up and finish off on higher energy. Yeah, no, this is, it's not my favorite thing in the world. I want more of that guitar at the end. Like, if I could get just the whole song and nothing but that, I'd be into it. And like I said, that's the appropriate amount of Estonian weirdness that we'd expect to see. So, Bedwetters, Monsters, or Monsters by Bedwetters. Not my favorite, but I don't hate it. Yeah. Not my favorite, I don't hate it. Probably that guitar stuff that's really keeping it higher, or keeping it afloat for me personally. Because if there's one thing we'll learn about me eventually is I love guitars. Alright, so we're going to go over to the next one, which is going to be Whiskey Won't Forget by Ukareda. I think I pronounced that correctly. I don't know how to pronounce his surname very well. So, Whiskey Won't Forget by Ukareda. It's kind of making me think of like a sad Jason Mraz song. Like if Jason Mraz was going to do a breakup song. It's also kind of weird, like the song is so distinctly like indie pop, and hearing like Whiskey reference the song that's not country is a little weird. But that's not his fault. That's not anything my own like hang up. Okay, we are getting a little more country there with like the way the vocals are layering. It's interesting because like if this was like produced here in the States, there'd be so many things about this that they would have done differently. So I think I kind of like the fact that this went was a distinctly pop direction, like a distinctly indie pop direction when they made this. That's a good line though. I kind of like that line, like 3 drinks in and whiskey won't forget. Yeah. So yeah, it's a breakup song. You're regretting the person who left you or you left them. Wasn't the best relationship in the world. So again, like it's another song that like how do I phrase this? This vocal delivery is distinctly pop. The production is distinctly pop, and the composition is very pop. But lyrically, I'm getting more country. And so, like, the thing is, like, I feel like if it was a little country with the way they had made it, that would be an improvement. Just because with the way it is now, it kind of fits in, it can kind of slide into that same space. That, what was the other song? The song Why Do You Love Me? Like between Why Do You Love Me and Whiskey Won't Forget, they kind of occupy the same space musically. And so like there's not really much of a distinction between the two of them, which kind of makes it so both of them have to compete against each other rather than having them each shine on their own. So it's like I kind of wish I had more of it. Like that did have a bit of a countryness to it. That could make it more distinct from just being like pop guy song like you have with Andreas. This is also kind of like a guitar-driven indie poppy kind of ballad. Only I think no, because this was acoustic. So this one was more acoustic, so that kind of gives it more of an identity. Like, it's an acoustic identity versus the other one, which had more of a polished identity. So like when I'm listening so far here, I can say, okay, Andreas and Carlos, you two occupy a similar space. Alright, so we're going to go on to the next one. It's going to be Pretty Girl by Ellip.
I like that right there.
Ooh, I like the guitar. Okay. I don't like the vocal choices. Oh, this is a little disappointing so far. Because I really like the instrumentation. It's like, okay, now I'm better with the way it is musically. So it sounds like it's a song that goes straight to the chorus before hitting you with your verses. Okay. Yeah, like the bass is great. The bass is so good on this. And it's kind of like, I don't know what to call the genre. It's got a bit of funk to it. It's very 90s. Like I can hear this, I can imagine the song having come out in like 96. And I don't mean it in like a dated way. It just has that kind of vibe of like the mid to late 90s. Like the way music kind of mixed up. Yeah, I don't like the lyrics there and the delivery of those lyrics. But I like the song. Oh, I'm feeling conflicted. Like if this was a straight up instrumental, I'd be absolutely madly in love with it. It's that chorus, I think just I there's something about that chorus I'm not into. But I like the personality that we're getting from Ellip because it's interesting and fun. It's very like it's very VH1. It's very late 90s VH1 if I had to give it a straight up reference. And I just saw a buzz cut. We love a buzz cut. This is a buzz cut house. Give me a model of the buzz cut in the video. I'm here for it. Um, I don't know. I'm like I like it. I'm conflicted because I can't tell if I hate it or love it. You know what this is gonna be? This is gonna end up being one of those songs that like right now I don't know because like there's a lot of elements to it I really like, but then that chorus comes, I'm just like the chorus drags it down. It makes it so that it's even more in that like late 90s feel for me. But again, that's kind of how Eesti Laul is to me. And that bass line is so good. You know what this is going to be? This is going to be like, I don't love it right now, but I'm telling you in a week, it's going to be like my favorite song ever. That's what's going to end up happening. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, by the time I go out, like, my first reaction is I like it musically a lot. If it was instrumental, I'd be singing nothing but praises. Don't like the chorus, but I like the personality we're being given at the same time. It's like when Kesha first came out as an artist. I wasn't into it, did not like it, but then I'm a Kesha defender to this day. Um, even for her stuff that she doesn't really want to revisit because of what's happening in her life. But yeah, I don't hate it. I don't love it. Okay, yeah, no, that's gonna be one of those songs. It was Pretty Girl by Ellip. By the time we get like to the phase where I'm doing the my ranking of all of these songs, like after I've listened to them for a bit and looked with them, I'm telling you that's gonna like probably be way up there for me. Like it's gonna grow. It's gonna be a grower. It's gonna be a grower because I already have the chorus like pretty girl, pretty girl. Yep, that's gonna be stuck in my head because it's already stuck in my head. Oh, I love it. Next up, we have Bad Philosophy by Elysa. Already, I like this more than her song. Oh, it's very retro synth heavy. Yes, I like this better than Fire. Okay. Love the sequence. Ooh, I like the keyhole on that top. I'm talking about her top. Love the makeup. Oh, I love the scent. Oh yeah. This is very like 80s, well, very 70s disco is a distant memory, feeding into like 80s synthy, but the vocal delivery is very modern. It's just like a combination of like modern and like kind of throwbacky retro, and we do love a throwback. This is good, and the production is so good. Oh yeah, this is definitely a song I can see myself. This is going on the playlist. I already know it for a fact. Oh yeah, no, like this is a song that like I'm going to be obsessed with in a week. I'm going to be obsessed with it by the time this video is over. And like the line, love is like a bad philosophy. Oh, it's so cheesy, not the best line in the world, but it works so well for this genre. It's like the right amount of like pop cheese, kishy. The bridge slows down. That's my dog. Sorry about that. Oh, and it's kind of like going kind of like summertimey pop right there with the guitar. And then the drum fill. Oh, this is good. Guitar solo. It's like they were like, let's make a song that's a throwback in the cheesiest ways possible. It's like they kind of like 80s synthy fun. Oh, the outfits. These outfits are so euphoria. I love this. Like this like vaporwavy synthy. This is like what teen pop is nowadays. This is the kind of like song that makes me wish I was still like a child. That sounds weird. Like the kind of that makes me feel like I wish I was a teenager. Oh, these lyrics are like the right amount of like bad, cringy cheese, but they work so well for the genre. Next up, we have Awaiting You by Inger. Let's go ahead and give it a listen. Oh, I love that suit. I want that suit. It's like a creamsicle. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably Inger's song I've kind of been into the most right off the bat. The beat's good. I love that chair. It's just the voice works so well. This is catchy. Like when that beat really kicks in, you get like to the really poppy vibe. It's like a summer jam waiting to happen. Oh, that's catchy. There's a little call and response bit with the synth there is nice. Also, I just find Inger to be very attractive. It's like sunshine. It's just like a happy song about being in love with someone. Or loving someone. It doesn't even really sound explicitly romantic. Oh, that's catchy. Right off the bat. That chorus is great. That's a perfectly constructed pop chorus. Everything about this is perfect. This is like, because usually Inger's stuff tends to be really twee. And it still has that like bit of twee to it. But it's like a polished, pop perfected version of it. I like this. Like the little way the synth kind of goes like calls and responses with itself. Kind of going really breathy on that bridge and how the music just drops out and gives you a moment with Inger. Yes. Yeah, that's great. And then it picks right back up and brings you with those drums. Just straight up charming. Everything about this is so good. I love that. I love the way that finished, like on a high, positive, good energy note. I love the way that song was constructed. Pure pop perfection. Easily my favorite thing Inger's put out. I honestly, going into this, I was like, oh, Inger's back, okay. I'm expecting something like a sweet acoustic song with some ukulele. But no, I got poppy, summertime, good vibes. I really enjoyed it. I'm having fun listening to these Eesti Laul songs. Like, this is what I want from Eesti Laul. I've gotten my little bit of weird. I've gotten my, like, cheesy, synthy, poppy goodness. I've gotten my sunshiny, poppy fun time. I've gotten my lo-fi, smooth, jazzy time. I'm feeling Eesti Laul this year, guys. I'm really feeling Eesti Laul. Yeah, that was good. So we're gonna go from Inger to the next song, which is Janek with the song called Heart of Glass. I think that's gonna be our halfway there mark. I do like the vocal tone. Oh, it's very nice. I do like the way like the kind of a piano stuff. Oh, you know what? It's a ballad, and I'm not big on ballads, but the way this is constructed, with where things come in, and that really low droning note. I like this. It's his voice. This is effective on me. Okay, the sense is coming in now, kind of keeping you interested and giving you more of a blown-out sense of beats coming in. Oh yeah, that's keeping it driving. I don't know. I typically don't like stuff like that. I like this. I guess I wouldn't really be in ballads, like a mid-tempo kind of a song. But like the way it's constructed and the way the vocal sounds from him work really well together. Like Janek's voice works really well for this. And like the way it was composed and produced where everything comes in, and when it comes in at the perfect time to kind of hit me and be effective. Again, I don't have much to say on this one, but I do enjoy this. Like this is something I can see myself belting in the shower, walking around, just like doing anything, and I'm gonna have it sing along to it. Voice is lower here, kind of drawing you in for that bridge to connect down. This is good. Yeah, no, this is like one of those ones that's like composed in a way where like it's anthemic. It literally sounds like an anthem. Oh yeah, it's kind of Coldplay-esque. Yeah, it's giving me Coldplay, but it's giving me like the Coldplay stuff I kind of like when they hit their sellout, like their complete and total sellout era. It fits for that, like the Viva La Vida kind of esque situation with Coldplay, that kind of era of the band. I got that here with that one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go to song number 10, which is called Valik by Ka, and it's our first song in Estonian. I haven't encountered it yet, so let's go. Okay, I like the
Flying off the bat on that one too. We've got some
Eesti Laul this year. Okay, I like the effect in the vocal where it's muffled with a beat. What cheeseburger, sir? Which one do you want? Okay, it's like a bit of a catchy little pop rock song. The beat's like very forceful and driving. It's upbeat and fun. This is very much the kind of music that I would listen to like still outside of Eurovision. That's enjoyable. Like it's a pop rock song with a lot of really good energy. Yeah, I really like this one. It's like a pop rock song, really good beat that drives forward, keeps you engaged throughout the whole thing. It's got some good dynamics to it. It goes up and down where it needs to go up and down at. It works for me. That's another one that works. So yeah, Valik by Ka works for me. I really like a lot of the stuff happening there. Alright, let's give ourselves an intermission. So far, we are 10 songs in. Okay, next up we have Aye by Linalakk and Bonzo. Let's go ahead and go. So, acoustic guitar song kind of feels like a lullaby. Deep voice. I love the way Estonian sounds in this song. It's just like, honestly, if I spoke Estonian, I would not be singing in any language besides Estonian. It's such a great language to sing in. Like, number one, Estonian already sounds musical when they speak it. Like, when they sing it, it's magic. Their harmonies are very nice there. This sounds very nostalgic. Like, in a way that I've never heard this before, but I feel like I've heard it. And, like, it's instantly familiar and warm. Free feet. And musically, it's very, like, oh, that is really nice right there. I like what's happening on that bit of the guitar. So there's two guitars in the song. Like a bit of a shaker, keeping it simple. Their harmonies are just so nice together. Like there's an instant warmth on the harmonies. That's really like this isn't really my kind of music personally. Like it's not really something I'm like drawn to musically speaking. It's actually like I really do enjoy their harmonies. I think the song sounds nostalgic and familiar. It's very pleasant, kind of feeling like a lullaby, rocking you to sleep. everything about this is pleasant. And that's all I can really say, is that everything about this is very pleasant. Everything about that was pleasant, enjoyable. Also, it gets points automatically for being an Estonian, like I said. I love the way Estonian sounds when it's sung. Alright, next up on our list is Malik with the song Tuju. I like this. It's giving me Blur. Like, musically, immediately I'm thinking of, like, 90s college rock. Or, like, not Blur. Wrong option. I enjoy this. This is very, like, 90s college rock. Kind of like Weezer-y. Very catchy. Yeah. This is good. Like, a solid bit of catchy guitar-y, college rocky goodness. Very throwback. We love a throwback. I'm instantly in love with this. This is great. This is really good. Very Blue album. Yeah. This is very college rock, college radio. 90s through the oddies. Catchy as anything. It's got pop sensibilities in the composition. Like, back in the day we used to have iPod commercials for Apple whenever they had like, a new iPod come out. This sounds like an iPod commercial, which is like not a genre of music, but early 2000s iPod commercial. Yeah, early aughties iPod. It's very catchy, very fun. Guitar is good on that. Bass is good. Everything, like, I don't really have anything else to add besides I really enjoy this. I find it to be instantly catchy. I want to listen to it again. It is going on my playlist. I am enjoying the video. Everything about this just works, and everything about this kind of fits into that sound. It's very, I don't know, here's what it is. I like this a lot, but I don't think it's very competitive. That's what I'm thinking. Because a lot of these songs I'm really enjoying, I don't see competition-wise doing well, but it's up my alley, and it's what I want from Estonia. Like, this is exactly, I watch Eesti Laul for songs like this. And, like, the fact that it's, like, a jangly, college-y, rocky kind of song in Estonian, it's like it was tailor-made for what I want. So I am vibing with this. Very catchy. You've got your lines in English that anyone who speaks, anyone can attach to. Yeah. Like, that melody is absolutely infectious. It's going to be in my head. I really enjoy that. So yeah, Tuju by Malik. Up my alley. Fantastic. Guitar-y, guitar rocky, garage rocky, jangly goodness. 100% there for that. So going on to the next one, which is MS, I think. No. Next song is called So Good at What You Do by ML. Like how she kind of has like a British kind of accent. Ooh, that like keyboardy. It might have been a xylophone. I remember that. It was sounded more like a xylophone. That was nice. I don't know what instrument that is, but it works really well for me. Ooh, that's really pretty. Like a bit of melody breakup song. Kind of like musically, it's giving me. It's kind of making me think of somebody I used to know a little bit, but like a more accessible, poppier version of that. I feel like it kind of like there's a lot like with the way it was put together. There's a lot of stuff kind of happening, but there's like an isolation. I think that's really coming through in her vocal delivery, which is carrying those lyrics that are clearly, a relationship is over. And like it's a relationship you're not over, but like it's all there. And this isolation that's coming through really well with the way her voice is. It's like a positive sense of loneliness. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But like it's something I'm finding myself drawn to. I absolutely do really enjoy the instrumental on this a lot. This is another one I'm going to end up listening to a lot. Yeah, it's like a breakup song and you're completely over the other person, which I love that. More breakup songs of that sort of a situation, please. Yeah, I was into that, like, my first one. Alright, next up, we have Merlyn with the song Unicorn Vibes. I see pink hair, I love pink hair.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of words to describe why this is no. Nothing about this is for me. I'm speechless. I just sat here for mostly 3 minutes, mostly 2 minutes and 20 seconds, my mouth agape in silence, trying to figure out how to say how that makes me feel. Nothing about that song is for me. Next up we have Samm Korraga by Mia. No matter what, I'm gonna enjoy this over the last song I just heard. That piano is very pretty on the note, like the way the piano melody is very pleasant. The voice is pleasant. And it is in Estonian, so I love a song in Estonian as we've established. When your beat kick in, the production on this is really, it's giving me like a very much like believe in yourself kind of sun vibe, self empowerment, positivity. It's like have confidence in who you are. I don't know, I'm making this up like I speak Estonian. I don't. Just guessing based off of the video and based off of like how the song itself sounds. It's very much that kind of like positive pop sound. I love the way that the song emphasizes the title part, where it says Samm Korraga. It's giving you like a real emphasis, like, yeah, these are the important words to know. I like the people in the background kind of dressed like clowns with the haters. The haters that are getting you down. I don't know, she kind of looks a little bit like Kelly Clarkson, too. Oh, yeah, go ham on that keyboard. Yeah. I really like this part here. Yeah. um, I feel like I just got done at a corporate retreat. I don't know how to phrase that. It wasn't bad. It's just not for me. Um, I don't know, man. It wasn't bad though. Samm Korraga is also fun to say. So yes, Mia. Pleasant voice, pleasant enough song, just not my genre. Let's go on to the next one. It is. Oh gosh. All right. Next up, we have Tokimeki. Let me pronounce that correctly. Oh, I see Hiragana. Right, so next up we have Tokimeki by Neon Letters and Maiko. And I see Hiragana there.
Hashtag Michael, hashtag SL.
Indie pop, okay. So it's going to be an indie pop song. Thank you for telling me your genre. I don't have to guess. Oh my gosh, this is in Japanese. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. It's okay. So it is a little bit Donde es la biblioteca or En Pitu wa doko desu ka? Shout out to anyone who knows that reference. Lyrically speaking, but yeah. It's catchy, it's pleasant enough. Not really anything about it that makes it go stand out to me really strongly. Like we've had other kind of indie pop songs in this national final so far. Like I had mentioned before, like you have songs that kind of compete against each other. Like this kind of fits into the same box as. Actually, you know what? We do have other indie pop songs happening in this national final, but none that compete directly with this one, I would say. It's also just a little weird to like be watching Eesti Laul videos and hit into Japanese. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's go on to the next song. It is Ollie with the song Venom. Oh, I'm getting Creed vibes. Oh my gosh, this is so like Creed / Nickelback. Even lyrically, it's on vibe with the same kind of music they used to make. Okay, Ollie singing your song Venom. Howling in your chains. Okay. And now we're going into guitar and drums. Let's go. Yeah. It's like, musically, I'm getting divorced dad. Visually, I'm getting kid whose dad is going through a divorce. Aren't we all divorced dads at heart? Like, musically, this is going to compete, I would say, with Monsters. But, like, the hook on, the guitar hook on Monsters, I think, is stronger than this. I am really feeling, I honestly, I'm not even really feeling the instrumental on the chorus. The chorus is stronger than the verses, which it's a contest, a pop that's going to be like that. We're on the bridge. Bridge just drops out. It's all like basically him and a guitar. Picking that energy up to finish off the song. Yeah, go for the big note. Okay, that's a bigger note than I was expecting. Some of these lyrics are a little cheesy. You're the venom in my veins. You got me howling in your chains. Alright, we're gonna finish this off strong. We're gonna finish this off big. Okay. Fascinating. It's just one of those songs that's in a genre and not for me. Alright, let's go to the next one. I think this is the last song in Estonian. No, it is not. Kurbuse, maatused, by Robin Juhkental. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes. The piano's cool. We're jazz. We're in jazz grandpa territory, baby. Let's go. Oh. It feels very like musically we're squarely in jazz with the way that piano is, and I like how the piano kind of goes like and then woo, like you know descriptive. I like the way the piano is a lot. The drums coming in and a lot of cymbal there. It's very like jazz club, but like ooh. Now we get a little bit of funk there in that bass line, and with the organ there. Yeah, the organ keyboard, organ setting on your keyboard. But like vocally, we're getting like a rock performance from like the late 60s, moving in the 70s, almost a little bit psychedelic. So it's like we've got jazz, funk, a little bit of psychedelic rock happening, and I'm into this. Yeah. I don't know what that was. It was like a spaceship came down and was like, hey, let's hang out. This is cool. This is really cool. This is one of the stuff that's going on the playlist too, because like this is up my alley. Again, this is what I want from Eesti Laul. I like the way the backing vocals layer on top of his vocals there. Like the way they come together is really interesting and really pleasant, good on my ear. Like this song. Oh yeah, no, this song. Like I don't want to talk because I want to pick up all the pieces of the song better. But like the way it's like mixing genres together is my kind of thing. Like this is one of those songs that like I can listen to more than once, and I want to listen to more than once to get all the way that it works and how it fits together and functions as a song. This is really interesting. No one warned me. No one told me. Like I have friends who listen to this stuff for me, and they're like, no one's like, oh, you're gonna love this. I love that. That is so cool. That is like throwbacky, mixing different genres. Stuff sounds fresh and modern. That's my alley. That's up my musical alley. And like it's an Estonian, so native language. Yes, I'm very into that one. Very into that one. So yeah, Kurbuse, oh wait, Kurbuse, Kurbuse, maatused, up there. Lighthouse by Sissi. I've been waiting for her to come back. Let's see. Someone had a buzz cut. Yes, these are cropped short, blonde. I love her voice. Like, her voice is so warm, and it's like warm and like it washes over you. Good build there on the tension coming up into the chorus. Nice resolution. It's a little wordy in weird ways. It's like a breakup, you're no longer with this person. But like, I love her voice so much. I don't have any bleach. Ooh, okay, that's a good build up there. Kind of heading us to a climax. Like, if I had to say what song this would compete with, it'd be Bridges. They kind of are going for the same audience. And like the two songs were most similar to one another. But this is more interesting because there's more happening musically. Also, I prefer Sissy's voice. Like, her voice is just like warm tea and honey. Like, just, it's instantly soothing, if that makes sense. Just like, I like the deepness and richness of her tone. Being gentle. I just feel like it's too repetitive. Like, I'm hearing the lines about "You're my lighthouse" too much, and it seems the bones a little too much for me to really connect down with it very well. Yeah, it's pleasant. It's like, Once again, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Eesti Laul, she always has songs that are like not as good as she is. Does that make sense? It's a different voice though. So yeah, that was Lighthouse by Sissi. It's pleasant. It's good enough. Kind of reminds me a bit of Bridges by Alika. Like those are the two that would be competing with one another for that. So we're on to our last song now. We have Salalik by Wiiralt. That is some country western guitar. Alright. I feel like we're like in the desert. Oh yeah. We're going western here, baby. Well, like, musically it's western. The processed effect of the voice is kind of giving me like 90s indie vibes, if that makes sense. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. It's like a stripped back. So far, I'm getting like a stripped back Loser by Beck vibe. Also, it's an Estonian, so it's always going to get bonus points. Okay. And now the genre's completely changed up on me. But it's still staying Western. That's a good guitar solo there. Sala. Yeah, it's dad rocky. But this is like Western rock. There's kind of rock songs happening here. We don't have anything that's Western rock or anything that's like country rock. And that guitar, like the guitar they use on these kind of songs, I just instantly hear it. I'm like, yeah. If that makes any sense. But I'm vibing with that bit, or I'm vibing with the whole thing so far, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, we are getting a bit repetitive, but it's not like in a way that's distracting. So yeah, it does kind of fit into the whole like divorced dad category musically, like against the other ones we've heard. Similar vibes from like the Bedwetters and what was his name? Ollie. Like those three songs would be, I think, in competition with each other. But the fact that this one is going for more of a Western sound makes it stand out from the other two. But yeah. So at this point, we've gone ahead and we listened to all 20 of the songs competing at Eesti Laul for 2023 to represent Estonia at Eurovision. Like with my Bedwetters video, I had mentioned that I will eventually go through and probably what's what I'm looking for. I'll go through and I will make a top 10, or in this case a top 20, when we get closer to Eesti Laul actually happening. This is just like my first reaction. And my first reaction is that Eesti Laul is stronger this year than it's been in a couple of years for me. I really found myself enjoying a vast majority of those songs. There were songs I was kind of like not into, but it wasn't a lot. You know what I mean? Kind of just working out my initial thoughts. I think that yeah, Anett x Fredi, you need to move on. Anett x Fredi, you need to move on. Amazing, fantastic, absolutely love that one to pieces. Like that got me really excited when I listened to it. I say the same thing for Robin Juhkental with Kurbuse mas. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna mess this up again. Robin Juhkental with Kurbuse maatused. I say the same thing for that one as I do about Anett Fredi. Both are really exciting to me. Um, Anger, Awaiting You, great. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting something more twee, something more like what Inger's brought in the past. This was so much fun. It was just like solid, upbeat, flashy pop music that made me excited to listen to it. Pretty Girl, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about Pretty Girl, but there's something about that song that like I'm gonna find myself coming back to continuously. Valik, another great bit of like indie-ish poppy rockiness. Malik Tuju is more my alley with how it's kind of like guitar, not guitar. It's kind of like college rock, garage rock, like 90s vibes. I'm into that so much. I honestly, I'm. It's gonna be a bit of bloodbath in my heart when I go through to rank all of these when I go to do my list. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Bad Philosophy, Elysa, Bad Philosophy. So much fun. It was throwbacky, cheesy, but like the kind of cheesy I really want, I really enjoy. Also being just solid, catchy pop. Like Estonia, you've got plenty of options this year. I honestly, looking at this full lineup and how Estonia tends to vote, I do think that they're going to qualify. They've got way more things on this list that are qualification worthy. Granted, we've only heard 30 potential songs for Eurovision so far, but they've got options. I can really see them doing well, and I can see them actually, maybe coming top 10. I'm not going to call top 10 yet, but I do see them qualifying, like a past the qualification here for them. So those are just my first thoughts about the songs competing at Eesti Laul 2023. I'll be back with more thoughts about that later on in the season. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment. I wonder what other people are thinking because I haven't really seen people talking a lot about Eesti Laul. I've seen people talking about one or two songs, but not like the overall package. And I'm curious what people think about the overall package we've got this year. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will be back soon with another Eurovision video.